So Amazon is back with season 2 of its hit show, The Boys. It premiered its first 3 episodes. What did I think about it? Am I excited for the weeks to come? We're going to talk about that and much more. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Movie Files. Elliot here today to give you my thoughts on the first 3 episodes of the season 2 premiere of The Boys. Very excited to let you all know what I thought about the first 3 episodes in a non-spoiler review. Before we dive into it, as you can see on the screen now, make sure you're following me on all my other social media accounts. That way you can stay up to date with what's going on over here at Movie Files. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of those new videos. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Helps out the channel, but I also really appreciate it. And in the comments below, let me know what you all thought about the first season, if you were a big fan of it, and then let me know your thoughts on episodes 1 through 3 of season 2. Were you a fan? Are you kind of worried about season 2? Let's have some discussions in the comments below. So again, spoiler-free review. As the weeks go by, episode 4 through 10, I'll dive more into a spoiler breakdown each episode. But just in case you guys haven't seen the first 3 episodes, this is a non-spoiler review. So just general thoughts. Am I excited? Am I looking forward to this season 2? We're going to talk about it in this review here. So starting off with just my general thoughts of The Boys. So if you've been a part of this community for a while, I reviewed the first season, like a 21-minute breakdown, recap, whatever you want to call it, review of season 1, because I just saw season 1 about a month ago. I missed the hype train. I didn't see it when it premiered last year, but I heard so much about it. I finally got Amazon and I watched it last month. And just spoiler alert for that review for season 1. Big fan. We're super excited for what we get in this season 2 here. So check out that video. It was a full breakdown of the characters, my pros, cons, all that stuff leading into this premiere of episodes 1 through 3. So what did I think about season 2, first 3 episodes? I loved episode 3. Episode 2 and 1 were a little shaky for me, and I'll kind of explain why, but let's stick on the positives. What I like about even though I didn't like the first 2 episodes, I like that we're back. I love The Boys. I love Homelander and the 7 and all the stuff that comes with the political climate of being a superhero, what it means to be a superhero, and, you know, using the serum to become superhero. All that stuff from season 1 was great, and we get that stuff within the first couple episodes. My biggest thing that I really like too is some introductions, some new characters such as Stormfront, and we'll talk about her a little bit later, but just getting back in this world, seeing the repercussions of what happened at the end of season 1, seeing Homelander, without getting into spoilers, being more of a domestic type of character and trying to be a dad to Ryan. We'll talk about that more next week in the spoilers, but it was really interesting to see this dynamic of, okay, based off of the end of episode 10 of season 1 finale, our boys are on the run. Where is Billy the Butcher? How is he going to handle the situation with Rebecca and Homelander and, you know, his stepson, Ryan? You know, seeing all that stuff. Also, what happens now with Mother Milk and Frenchie? They're on the run, right? Mother Milk can't see his family. His you know, he's so close to his wife and his kids. So it's like, okay, how is he handling this? So it's really interesting to see that first episode. Again, picking up the pieces, seeing where everyone's at, seeing how everything's being handled with, you know, certain characters being killed off at the end of season 1, introducing new characters. So I think with the first 2 episodes, and particularly the 3rd episode, it really kind of brings you back to that fun, exciting world that's been created in season 1. And transition into some other things I liked about the first 3 episodes, it's the characters, right? That's why I love this show, and particularly Homelander. That is, even though it's crazy to say, him and Billy the Butcher are my favorite characters, but I'm going to start with Homelander and the 7. It's interesting how they're handling this 7 in the first 2 episodes at least, because without spoilers, they're really not the 7. It's interesting how they tackle the first 2 episodes, where we kind of see a little bit of Starlight, seeing what's going on with her and how she's handling kind of now being a part of the 7 and trying to pretend to be a hero, knowing that she knows the stuff with Hughie. We also see, like I said, without getting into the details, Homelander seeing if he can build a relationship with Rebecca and, you know, his newfound son, Ryan. That was really interesting to see. And Homelander, Anthony Starrs, is incredible in that role. But also, you get a little bit of Mev's background, seeing what she's kind of up to in her relationship with her ex. Seeing, you know, A-Train, how is he doing since his heart attack? You know, seeing the repercussions of translucent and how the people find out about his death. So I like how they kind of touch on things, big pivotal characters from the first season. And I like kind of introduce us back to, okay, getting us back to this group. But there's also some new people to add to the group, and particularly Stormfront. She is She doesn't get that much to do in the first episode. She has some zingers. She has some really good lines, some funny lines, some really, impactful lines within the first 2 episodes. But it wasn't until episode 3, which again, that is easily my favorite episode, because even though for me, the first 2 episodes are a little weak, a little inconsistent, if I may say a bit boring, a little underwhelming, but episode 3 is a great payoff, because some of the stuff that I didn't like about the first episodes, they address in episode 3. But in particular, we get more of Stormfront, who is the kind of the alpha in this situation, and her and Homelander are not really getting on the same page. But I love who Stormfront is, putting on a front for people like Starlight, people like Mev, people of the public, thinking that she's kind of a nice person and kind of just has this I don't give a you-know-what type of attitude. But when you see what she does in episode 3, like, oh, okay, she's going to be a really interesting character, and seeing her and Homelander interact is going to be really awesome. So Homefront by far is the most intriguing new character to this season so far, besides, of course, Homelander. I mentioned Billy the Butcher, guys. That's probably one of my negatives of the first 2 episodes. He's kind of in the background, especially episode 1. Without getting into the details, it was quite a long time before we got Billy the Butcher, and by the time he's introduced to this new situation, episode 2 is just like, okay, they put him in the back a little bit. We meet, there's a family reunion of sorts in episode 2 that kind of derailed things that I want to get more from Billy the Butcher. And then another thing too, and I said this in my season 1 review, it might just be me, I don't know, let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below, but Hughie, man, I don't know, is it the actor? I don't know, is it the character? I don't know if it's a combination of both, but I'm not a fan of Hughie. I feel like they don't know what to do with the character. It's like no spoilers, but it's just like, okay, the stuff from season 1 that made him somewhat of an interesting character, if he is interesting at all, because I did not like Hughie. He's one of my least favorite things in season 1. His dad, Robin, that stuff is barely touched on in this season without getting into the details. And I just feel like he's just there. They try to give him this whole story with him and Starlight and then them still communicating of sorts. And he's kind of in his head. But I don't know, man. It's within this first 3 episodes, Hughie's still my least favorite character. He has done nothing in the first 3 episodes to make me like, oh, okay, now I like Hughie. Now I see what it's about. First 3 episodes for me, I'm still not a fan of Hughie. Hopefully things will change sooner rather than later. But again, some other things that, Carlos Esposito as the villain, as Stan Edgar. He's just kind of there. He had one moment, one scene where he's kind of talking to Homelander. You're like, okay, this is someone you don't want to play with. But he hasn't really stood out to me. There is a lot of big reveals that happen in the first 3 episodes, and it just kind of go under the rug, especially the first 2 episodes. But again, the saving grace for me is episode 3, because I feel like episode 3 really sets the tone for, okay, this is the direction we're going. We have the super terrorist. We have Stormfront, who is very interesting in the dynamic, in the mix. I have to say also, I totally forgot about this, the Deep. Again, guys, the Deep is funny. It's a play on Aquaman. I get it. But his character, to me, every time we transition to him in season 2 so far, has been very boring for me personally. His whole rehabilitation, the Church of the Collective stuff did not work for me. And again, I don't want to get into the spoilers here, but the Deep, Hughie, those characters to me so far have just been like, every time they're on screen, I'm just like, oh, this is so boring. Give me more Billy the Butcher. Give me more Stormfront. Give me more Homelander. And that's what episode 3 does. So I'm hoping that the momentum from episode 3 carries on for the rest of the season, which I think it does, because it's a great launching pad to open the door for a really interesting season. We get some references to maybe some things for season 3, aka Soldier Boy, without getting into the details there. So this episode 3 really got me excited, guys. Like I said, I was not a fan. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of disappointed with the first 2 episodes, especially the premiere episode. I thought it was very underwhelming and just very kind of lackluster. And it gets better in episode 2, because, like I said, Billy the Butcher's in it a little bit more. We get a little bit more of Homefront, or Stormfront, I should say, and Starlight and everything going on with her and A-Train. But episode 3 to me is like, okay, this season has the potential to be really great as season 1 was. So that's just my general thoughts on season 2, episodes 1 through 3. Episode 1 and 2, okay. Episode 3 was great, and I'm excited to check out episode 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and I will be covering it every single Friday on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos, and comment below. Let me know if it was just me. Did you guys like the first 2 episodes? Did you think episode 3 was the best? Let me know all your pros and cons, your theories, your excitement level for episode 4 and on. And like I said, next week it'll be full spoilers, so I'm going to break it down a little bit more eloquently and kind of more in depth moving forward. But this was a non-spoiler review, so let me know, like I said, what you all thought about these first 3 episodes. So as always, make sure you check out all my other content, Fantasia Festival reviews, movie reviews, TV reviews, all that fun stuff on the channel now. Later today, 6 p.m. Central Time, I will be doing a live Q&A, 3-year anniversary, 5,000 subscriber celebration live stream. So definitely tune in for that today, 6 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you keep an eye out for my Lovecraft Country reviews and all that fun stuff. Thank you all for watching this review. Hope you're staying safe, and we'll see you in the next video.